Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all honor, glory, and praise unto Yahweh, Bahasham Yahawashi, Bahasham Rakakodash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone for teaching us His truth true well. I wanted to go into something real quick, especially after things that have been going on here in Babylon the Great. All right, you have, this is one of them. All right, it says the U.S. won't hit President Joe Biden goal of getting 70% of American adults to receive one of the vaccines. Here's another article about the black fungus, all right, which is a mutate of the C19. So they have a lot of stuff that's coming out, all right, leading up to the MOB, all right, the mark of the beast, and this is just a prelude. This is a warm-up before the actual fire, before the actual trial that's coming, all right, upon the whole earth. The hour of temptation, which that word hour goes down to pierce. So here's another one where it says, time to ditch, all right, friends that don't have the vaccine. And that's the way that the world sees it. That's the way the world sees it, and that's the way the world is going. Okay? And it's not happening for no reason. Okay? It's happening for a reason. And that reason being Yahweh Bashem Yahawashi is starting to separate the sheep from the goats. Okay? Which actually, let me see if I can get that. Matthew 25:32, and before him shall be gathered all nations, and he shall separate them one from another, as a shepherd divideth his sheep from the goats. Okay, first that starts off with the elect. The elect are going to be separated from the rest of Israel. Okay, and the elect are going to stand out more. Okay, and next he's going to separate Israel from the rest of the nations, because he made nations, all right, the other nations to rule for a short period of time, and eventually they're going to come under the order of Yahweh, Yahawashi, and Yashar Allah, okay, which is Israel, which are the so-called Negroes, Latinos, okay, to the scattered abroad, to those that receive this message, to the Israelites that don't even look like Israelites, okay, but their spirit bears witness with our spirit. Those are the sheep, the goats the Most High is going to do away with, man. He's going to separate them. Why? Because the Most High is not about unity. Okay, the Most High is not about all these nations coming together calling themselves Israelites. The Most High is not about all these nations being in rulership, co-heirs to the throne with Yahawashi. Okay, the Most High is about order. Okay, and bringing all nations into the kingdom of heaven. Okay, that's not order. So, actually, let me continue a little bit more. Matthew 25:33, and he shall set the sheep on his right hand, but the goats on his left. You see? It says, then shall the king, which is Yahawashi, say unto them on his right hand, come, ye blessed of my Father, inherit the kingdom prepared for you from the foundation of the world. Okay, so the Israelites are going to give themselves up to Yahweh Bashem Yahawashi. They're going to start coming out of Babylon the Great, first starting with the spirit, and then eventually the body will follow Yahawashi, which is the head, which is when we're going to meet up in the skies. And like scripture says, then look up, for your salvation draweth near, because we're going to meet them up in the chariots. So the Most High Yahweh and Yahawashi are going to call his elect, which are the sheep of Israel. Okay, and like Yahawashi said, my sheep hear my voice. That means his true following is going to hear him. Everybody else will be counted as goats, and all the 2/3 of Israel are going to be counted as nothing. That's why they have to come back in the kingdom of heaven from the seed line of the elect. Okay? Because they're going to be made perfect when they come back. It says, Conrad said on that, let me just reread verse 34. So Matthew 25 and 34. Then shall the king say unto them on the right hand, Come, ye blessed of my Father, inherit the kingdom prepared for you from the foundation of the world. Okay? So, if those so-called Jews over there in Israel right now are the true Jews, then how is it that they're telling you over here, time to ditch, time to ditch friends? How is it time to ditch friends? Shouldn't we be going to Israel to ask for guidance? If we're not the Israelites and they are, all right, according to scripture, Isaiah chapter 2, we're supposed to go to Israel, to the mountain of Jacob. Okay? We're supposed to go to Israel, to the mountain of Jacob, which is the government of Israel, which is the government of the Most High. Okay? We're supposed to go to them for guidance and ask them, what does the Lord, Yahweh, want us to do? If we're the heathen, if we're really not Israelites, okay, then why aren't we going to Israel asking for guidance? Okay? And where does it say in scripture, okay, that the Jews over there in Israel are going to be getting infected with these plagues that are happening, or that those people over there are going to be celebrating homosexuality, okay, or that the world would celebrate homosexuality, all right, the whole month? Where does it say that? You see, because it's not biblical, but these wacky tacky Christians believe it so. They believe it so wholeheartedly that they completely forgot that there's a Babylon the Great. They completely forgot, all right, that there's the wicked of the earth. They completely forgot that the Most High is not with wickedness. They completely forgot what sanity is. They completely forgot how this nation started. They forgot everything. They threw everything out the window, okay, in order to survive. So this is 2 Samuel 22 and 14. Yahweh thundered from heaven, and the Most High uttered his voice, and he sent out arrows and scattered them lightning and discomfited them. And the channels of the sea appeared, and the foundation of the world were discovered at the rebuking of Yahweh, at the blast of the breath of his nostrils. All right, and you can see the same thing happen, okay, in the book of 2nd Ezra 13. In 2nd Ezra 13, it talks about the breath of fire that came from his nostrils, which are the chariots of Israel, which is the destruction of Babylon the Great, which is America, the United States. Okay? It says, verse 17, he sent from above, he took me, he drew me out of many waters. Okay, so the elect are going to come out of many nations. Okay, because in Revelation 17, it tells you that the waters that the Apostle John, or John the Revelator, saw, okay, were nations and tongues, different nations. It says, he delivered me from the strong enemy, all right, which is who? Esau, Edom. And again, that's in 2nd Ezra 13. It tells you about the peaceable multitude that followed Yahushai and the big multitude that went against him. Okay? He delivered me from my strong enemy, which is Esau, Edom, and from them that hated me, which are the heathen, for they were too strong for me. Okay? Because us, the Israelites, by ourselves, okay, we can't take down Esau, Edom. You hear Apostle Tahar say it a bunch of times, man. We can't take down Esau, Edom. We can't take down any armies. So we don't say we're going to take them down. Our power is Yahweh. That's the faith that we carry. Okay? It says, they prevented me in the days of my calamity, but Yahweh was my stay. He brought me forth also into a large place. He delivered me because he delighted in me. And that large place is what? Revelations. What was it? Slipped my mind. Revelations. I think it was. Let me see. It was Revelations 15:2. Revelations 15, let me start up at 1. And I saw another sign of heaven, great and marvelous, 7 angels having 7 last plagues, for in them is filled up the wrath of the Most High. And what do you see going on right now? You see plagues going on, man. You know, black fungus, C19. I forgot what they call this variance of this new variance of the infection that's going around. You know, a variant. You know. These are plagues that are going on, and this is all the wrath of the Most High, man. It says, and I saw it as it were a sea of glass mingled with fire, which is what the final plague being the missiles, okay? The missiles coming down and destroying Babylon the Great, the ICBMs, you know? And that sea of glass are the chariots, okay? So John the Revelator saw a sea of glass mingled with fire, which is talking about the blasts, the fire going up into the heavens. You know, it says, and them that had gotten the victory